Hi, Alex. It's Miss Kaufman. This week in speech, we are going to work on another social skill. And you did such a nice job a few weeks ago when you were working on the social skills of staying on topic and taking turns with your friends in a conversation. This skill that we're going to work on this week is called using the right volume. And we have been practicing this all year, so you should be an expert. And this is really going to be for you to practice volume levels at home. But I just want to review about using the right volume. So when we're talking about our volume, this really means how loud we're talking or how quiet we're talking. Sometimes at school, it's really important that we talk quietly. Why do you think it's important to talk quietly at school? At school, we need to talk quietly if other students are trying to learn, or we need to talk quietly if we're walking in the hallways. It's important to talk quiet or at a whisper voice when we're doing those things so that we do not distract another person or so that they can focus. We talk about this one a lot when we are walking from the first grade room all the way up to the speech room and making sure that we talk quietly in the hallway so that we are not bothering any of the other students trying to learn. But then there's other times at school that you may need to talk a little bit more loudly to make sure that everyone can hear you. An important thing to remember and a way to figure out what to do is to look around you at the other students and think about these two questions. The first question is, what is everybody else doing? What volume level are the other students using? You can look around and have them remind you about what volume level you should be using. The next question is, how do others expect me to talk right now? So, for example, if Ms. Roiger sets a volume level, you can think about what that level is so that you are doing the right thing in class. Now that we've talked about using the right volume, let's review some of the volume levels that you've been using at school. These are the same volume levels that Ms. Roiger sets in the classroom and that I also set upstairs in speech. So I want you to have a look at these different levels, and I want you to think about when you should use each one. We've done a lot of this at school, so now I want you to tell whoever you're doing speech with about the different levels and when you should use them. After you do that, I want you to get creative with it. So first you're going to talk about when you would use each level. Then I want you to either tell me a story, so it can be a story about you playing outside and then deciding what volume level to use, or you can even act it out. You can act out when you would use each volume level, and then you can also pretend like something's going on and you're going to practice using each of those volume levels. Another thing that you can do is you can draw a picture about the story, and the story can help you when you're telling me about it. So after you do this, I want you to record yourself in the discussion box below, telling me a story or even acting out when you would use each different volume level.